Studying. It can be tough, can't it? Like trying to climb a really tall mountain. A mountain made of textbooks. And the peak is an exam. You look up, and it seems impossible. Sometimes your brain feels full, like a sponge that just can't soak up any more information. You read a page, then another, and then you realize you don't remember what you just read. It's frustrating. My name is Lexi. I'm a student, probably a lot like you. I wanted to do well in my classes, but more than that, I wanted to actually learn things. Not just memorize facts for a test and then forget them. I was tired of studying hard but not smart. Then I heard about ChatGPT. People were talking about it everywhere, so I decided to try it. My first task for ChatGPT was note-taking. I had a dense chapter on World War I history to get through. Usually, this would take me hours of reading and summarizing. So I copied a few long paragraphs from my digital textbook. I pasted them into ChatGPT, and I asked it, "Can you summarize this for me in bullet points?" And wow! In seconds, it gave me a neat, concise summary. All the key points were there. It was like magic. By the end of day 1, I was genuinely impressed. On day 2, I decided to tackle something harder. There was this really complex economic theory. My professor had explained it, I had read about it, but it just wasn't clicking in my brain. So I asked ChatGPT, "Explain the complex economic theory to me like I'm 15 years old." The AI broke it down. It used simpler words. It gave analogies. And suddenly, the knots started to untangle. Day 3 was all about model answers. I had a practice essay question for my sociology class. Discuss the impact of social media on community. Usually, I'd stare at a blank page for ages. This time, I asked ChatGPT to outline a strong answer. It gave me a structure: introduction, key arguments, examples, conclusion. It even suggested some academic sources I could look into. It didn't write the essay me, which is important, but it gave me an amazing starting point. Section 4, days 5 and 6. The AI stumbles, challenges, and reality checks. Day 5 brought my first big reality check. I was researching a specific historical event for a presentation. I asked ChatGPT for some lesser-known facts. It gave me a few interesting tidbits. But when I tried to verify one of them, I couldn't find any supporting evidence. Anywhere. It seemed like ChatGPT had, well, made it up. This was a crucial lesson. Always fact-check the information AI gives you. This experience highlighted what experts call AI hallucinations. Sometimes, ChatGPT generates information that is incorrect or fabricated. It doesn't, it's wrong. It's just predicting the next likely word in a sentence. This can be dangerous if you're not careful. You still need to use your critical thinking skills. Section 5, the verdict. Was ChatGPT a study revolution? So, after a week, what's the verdict? Did ChatGPT revolutionize my studying? Well, revolution might be a strong word, but it definitely made a significant positive impact. What worked incredibly well was its ability to process and summarize large amounts of text quickly. Turning dense chapters into bullet points was a game changer for initial understanding. Generating first drafts of outlines for essays or presentations saved me hours of staring at a blank page. And explaining complex concepts in simple terms was like having a patient tutor available 24/7. However, it wasn't a perfect solution for everything. As I discovered, relying on it for highly specific or obscure factual information without cross-referencing was a mistake. Its knowledge, while vast, isn't flawless, and it can confidently present inaccuracies. For very niche academic topics, its depth was sometimes lacking compared to specialized databases or scholarly articles. It also couldn't replicate the nuanced feedback a human professor can provide on an essay. The biggest benefits I experienced were a massive saving in time on foundational tasks and a boost in my confidence when approaching difficult material. It helped me overcome the initial hurdle of starting. It provided new angles on confusing subjects. It made repetitive tasks like creating flashcards almost effortless. Section 6, your turn. Tips for smarter studying with AI. The main takeaway from my week with ChatGPT is this. It's an amazing assistant, but it's not a replacement for your own hard work and critical thinking. Think of it like a super smart calculator. It can do complex calculations incredibly fast, but you still need to understand the underlying mathematical principles. You still need to know which numbers to put in and why. And you definitely need to check if the answer makes sense in the context of the problem you are trying to solve. It's a collaborator, not a substitute for your intellect. If you're thinking of using ChatGPT to study, my biggest piece of advice is to be very specific with your prompts. Don't just say, "Tell me about World War II." Instead, try explain the main causes of World War II in simple terms, focusing on the political and economic factors, and provide 3 key events leading up to the conflict. The more detail and context you give the AI, the better and more relevant its response will be. Experiment with different phrasing until you get the kind of output that is most helpful for your specific learning needs. And this is crucial. Always verify the information ChatGPT gives you, especially if it's for an important assignment or exam. Cross-reference facts with your textbook, lecture notes, or reputable academic sources. Remember those AI hallucinations I mentioned? They are real. ChatGPT can sometimes make mistakes or even invent information. So use it as a starting point for research, a way to generate ideas, or a tool for summarization, but never as the single unquestionable source of truth. Your academic integrity depends on this critical step. So, should you try using ChatGPT for studying? Absolutely, go for it.